I did not see.
It's not a drug over time.
Okay, we'll get there.
When we get
Don't worry. Let me finish my speech.
Mama.
If we can love his brother, we have to love him.
Continue speaking.
So don't worry. We are together. Nothing will happen to him. Trust me.
Continue speaking.
I will always hold my end of him. Okay, at about 4:23 p.m. I have to take you guys back so that you can be up to speed. I don't know about younger brother. I sent me a DM after listening to me for a while and reacting in the comment section. When he realized I did not see the DM on time, he wrote to the comment section asking that I check my DM. And lo and behold, he offers to give me a video recording of a fight that is sealed between the late singer Mohbad and his wife Cynthia. He demanded for 3 million naira. He went further to convince me by narrating how the violence between his brother and his wife resulted in Mohbad falling off the stairs and hitting his head to the floor. Something that can equally be linked to the bent neck in the casket, so much blood, some few people found in the house after the singer had passed. The conversation went on for a while, with me playing along. I demanded to see at least the proof of the video existed, and he requested from my email and shared a 3 seconds partly censored image to me. When I downloaded, I previewed, and there was a violent argument in the video in the background. I probed further for longer and uncensored images, and the negotiation got stuck at that point. The following morning, I immediately informed the Deputy Commissioner of Police heading the State Criminal Investigating Department, that is DCP Lati. That is the main segment of the Lagos State Police Command, saddled with the ongoing homicide investigation. And I also reached out to the PRO of the Lagos State Police Command, Mr. Benjamin Unde, and I sent the images to both of them. And in the course of our interfacing, the DCP acknowledged and then obliged me to come in with a petition to that effect, and which I sent in and he acknowledged. While I was expecting positive feedback on the news, on the new leads from Bati, the next phone call invitation I received was from a police officer with the name Shedrack Enabo. He introduced himself as the investigating officer, that is the IPO, CP Special Squad, that is Commissioner of Police Special Squad 1. He reliably informed me on a case of impersonation brought to the attention of the Commissioner of Police by Abdullah Aloba, and that I should come so that he can intimate me of their findings and progress. I quickly reminded him of my earlier petition on the same matter to the State CID of the State Command. Of course, as a gallant of justice fighter, I had the appointment and I went straight to the CP's Special Squad 1. I attended the Special Squad 1. I met with the deceased father, Mr. Joseph Aloba, his lawyer, and one Mr. Ayepareti. We were waiting there to see what was going on. The officer in charge briefed me and shared some detailed efforts. I commended them for their proactive approach and prompt public service delivery. I only noticed from his response and remarks that the case was not harmonized because it is the same state police command, and it is the same command that is dealing with Mohbad's case. So I was expecting that the case would have been harmonized. And when I didn't see that, I said, okay, fine, no problem. I only noticed from his response and remarks that the case was not harmonized, and there is no interest by this team to investigate the confession or extract from the 30 seconds video. At that point, they made me understand that their investigation detected it was not Adura Aloba that was chatting with me and made those confessions, but one Habib Damola Ainde, another close associate of the late Mohbad, who was equally present in the house when Mohbad died, and he even joined them in taking Mohbad to the hospital, that is Pyramid Hospital and Perez. Okay, I said, okay, that's fine. That's a new angle. I requested to see the alleged impersonator, that is that Damola Ainde, for clarity, and it was brought out from his cell. I asked him if he was the one shutting me up, and he answered yes. I asked him of the video, if the video was from the fight in Mohbad's house. He said yes, that it was a fight between Wunmi and another member of Mohbad's crew. I said, really? And then I probed it further on how he had access to Adura's phone, and particularly his TikTok account. And at this point, the police interjected. They spoke for the Damola, and then the police answered for him. They said Adura sold his iPhone to the Damola in November, but Adura forgot to log out of his TikTok account. And that was how Damola had the opportunity to access his TikTok and shut me up. I said, oh, beautiful. And I told Damola to his face, that, you know what, young man, I do not believe you. I said it to him in front of the police, and in front of Damola, I said, I do not believe your story, and I will never believe it. It's not correlated. And I said to him immediately, I said, okay, I asked the officer in charge, this Damola Ainde, does he have access to a lawyer? And he replied, no, but that they have given him a form to fill so that he can have access to Office of a Public Defender. As you are all aware, Lagos State government will always give you opportunity. If you don't have money, they look at your income. If it is not reasonable, if it's not up to par, they can't charge you to court without a lawyer. It's your right. You must stand firm and say, you know what, I need a lawyer. So if you don't have one, if you don't have money, Office of a Public Defender, they are there to help you. So you do that. So, and I asked Damola to contact me through his family if he needs the help of a lawyer, that my foundation, my Human Rights Foundation, Break the Silence Foundation, we will be able to assist him with a lawyer. That everybody deserves to be heard, everybody deserves hearing and right to solicitor. So now let me take you guys back to memory lane. If we go by the accounts of the police on how Mohbad died, it means all the people in the house, all those present in the house, they all knew. If you all could go back to memory lane, they said a nurse came in because he had an injury to his hand. Probably he was bleeding and had pain, and I'm like, I don't know how it's still going to be possible for somebody to bleed from on the 10th of September till the 12th. And then they said a nurse who was outside Nigeria came in, despite the fact that there is a hospital 4 minutes very close to his house. There is a pharmacy like 40 seconds to his house. I said, okay, when you look at all that, with the whole story that they said, that the nurse came in, injected him, and then he went into an affiliative reaction, and then something happened, they rushed him to the hospital, he passed, he was brought in dead. Certainly, that is not a natural death. For that reason, it is expected that all those, that is why at the end of the day, if we go by the police account on how Mohbad died, it means all the people in the house present knew it was not a natural death or refused to report to the police. It is a law. Any death must be reported to the police. Nobody can just die in the house and then you take the person for burial. The police, there's no right to know and ascertain, okay, it's a natural death or a natural one. If they have reported to the police and give the same account, the police would of course want to investigate. But of course, all the people in the house, they refuse to tell the police, and that is a cause for concern. And then it was when the public noticed Mohbad's bent neck, it was at the point of interment. That was when the public demanded discreet investigation, as we all suspected foul play. At the end of the day, it is pointing to a murder that occurred within these 16 people or thereabouts, and it was a joint decision to cover up cover it up, and sweep it under the carpet by members of the family and a few police officers. Some persons have been bragging online since that nothing can be done, and we, of course, we are seeing traces that nothing can be done. So the question is this: is there truly some powerful people bigger than the constitution of the land that want to coerce the Nigerian police to sweep such a blatant and heinous crime as murder under the carpet, despite the series of overwhelming evidence available? Something is fishy. And then some of this evidence came to light naturally, like the message I received, like short video. I don't know Ugar's house, I've not been to his house. I don't control Ugar's handle. So whoever controls it, it's a natural occurrence, and that is where the police will have to understand that this is the path that they must follow. And then, when you look at all this evidence that came to light, but now they're looking like they are deliberately trying to ignore, this issue and this particular lead, and that is why they want to probably give the killer of Mohbad the leeway to walk free. And we, as a society, we're not going to be accepting that. It's our duty, it's our civic social responsibility to stand firm and care for the next person. It's our duty. So the question is, will he just when you know what you're going through now, the burden of injustice, burden of corruption, children unsafe, you're not doing anything to make it better, to alleviate it, and you're giving back to children. You're going to be lifting the same thing to your children after you're gone. And that is why you ask yourself, who is